Hello, dear students. I welcome all of you on this platform. In this lecture, we'll discuss about the types of water. In last lecture, we have discussed about the basic idea about water microbiology. So, on the Earth, we can categorize water into different types like natural water, atmospheric water, whale water. So, we'll discuss in this lecture. So, firstly, we'll discuss about the what is meant by natural water. The earth moisture is in continuous circulation by a process known as water cycle, or we can also say it is nothing but a hydrological cycle, and it is continuously carried out in the environment. About 80,000 cubic mil water from ocean and 15,000 cubic per mil from lake evaporated annually by means of evaporation, transpiration, and sublimation. So these are nothing but the value of water which is evaporated every year by means of evaporation, transpiration, or by means of sublimation. So these are nothing but the different processes which are carried out in the environment continuously. And we know that total evaporation is equal by total precipitation. Means the amount of water which is evaporated from the ocean surface, again it is get precipitated on the earth surface, or you can say in the, or normally you can say on the earth. That water which is evaporated again get precipitated. So that amount which is evaporated is equal to that of the precipitation. About 20,000 cubic per mils of water fall on the land surface in the form of rain. So normally we can see earth surface is area wise is small as compared to that of the water surface, that including the ocean, and that water which is fall on the earth surface which is utilized by the different purposes, while the water which is precipitated in the ocean, that is it becomes salty water, and that could not be directly used for different purposes including agricultural, household use for, or for industrial purposes. So microorganisms of various kinds are present at different stages of this cyclic process, like atmospheric water, surface water, and groundwater. Different species of the microorganisms are indigenous to specific habitat. So it is all about the natural water. It is continuously circularized by means of hydrological cycle. In this diagram, we can see the process, that is hydrological cycle, continuously carried out on the earth surface or in the environment. Here in the diagram we can see the water surface get evaporated from the oceans, and it get condensed in the form of cloud through the air current. They are transported for from ocean surface to the earth surface, or you can say it is transferred from one place to another. And when it comes in contact with the cold air, it precipitated in the form of rain, either in the on the ocean or on earth surface. Similarly, the another process during the while the process of sublimation, that is the water which is in the form of uh, ice, they are again sublimated, they again condense in the form of cloud, and again precipitated in the form of rains. So the water which is precipitated in the form of rain again precipitated in the either on earth surface or in the ocean, and that in the form of surface runoff water, it is again transferred from either in the lake or stored in the lake, or again transferred to the river or ocean. So these cycles are continuously carried out in the environment. Second type of water is nothing but the atmospheric water. Atmospheric water exists as a gas. Water vapor from evaporation, they are included into the atmospheric water. As a liquid droplet of rain and liquid water that coat solid particles, they are also included into the atmospheric water. And as a solid snow and ice, They are also included into the atmospheric water. So atmospheric water includes water which is in the form of gas, in the form of liquid, or in the form of solids. All are included into atmospheric water. Atmospheric water constitute the moisture contained in the clouds and precipitated as snow, sleet, hail, and rainwater. So these all forms of water are included into atmospheric water. The microflora of atmospheric water contributed by the air, as while raining, air is washed by the atmospheric water, which carries with it the particles of the dust to which microorganisms are attached. So after a raining, we can observe the atmosphere or the air are completely uh, free from all types of organisms, as all the dust particles and microorganisms which are suspended in the air are settled down on the earth surface with their raindrops. So environment becomes clear and very fresh. Most of the microorganisms are removed from air during early stages of the precipitation. So another type of water is nothing but the surface water. Surface water includes the water collected in the lakes, streams, rivers, and oceans. These are nothing but the different sources or the reservoirs of the surface water. Surface water is highly susceptible to the contamination with microorganisms from atmospheric water, as surface runoff carries all the microorganisms to the reservoir. Here we can say surface water is highly susceptible to contamination. That means the microflora which is suspended in the air get precipitated on the earth surface and again uh, transported to the water reservoir through the surface water. Again, the water which is released from the household or industrial use, they are again represent the microflora of that particular environment, and it again represent the source of contamination to the surface water. So these are again susceptible for all types of these contaminations. Microbial population in surface water vary in both number and kind with respect to source of water, composition of water, in terms of microbial nutrient, and with geographical, biological, and climatic conditions. Surface water bodies are of three types. First is permanent surface water. For example, like lakes and river, they are not included into the permanent surface water. Semi-permanent surface water, they are included into lagoons and waterholes. Man-made surface water sources are nothing but the lakes, dams. These are nothing but the man-made water reservoirs. So surface water we can categorize on the basis of the water sources which are present permanently, semi-permanently, or man-made sources. So these are nothing but the categories we can carried out by means of different water surface water. Next type of water is nothing but the groundwater. Groundwater is the subterranean water present beneath the earth surface in soil pore space, and in the fractures of the rock formation. So this is nothing but the most important type of water, as all the water which is collected from the groundwater is generally used for different agricultural uses. As we can see, during boring, the water is collected from 500 to 800 feet beneath the or ground is uh, bore are taken, and that water is collected for the different purposes. Bacteria and suspended particles are removed by filtration in varying degree depending upon the permeability of the soil and depth to which water is penetrated. Spring is source of groundwater that reach the surface through the rock fissures or exposed porous soil. Wells and tube wells are made by sinking a shaft into the ground to penetrate the groundwater level. 100 feet deep well is considered to be the shallow type of well. If proper precaution is taken to avoid contamination, the microbial content are negligible in the groundwater. As we can see, it is nothing but the more exposed type of water, and the water which is collected in the groundwater, it is again filtered through the soil pores. So it is again becomes we can say it is more safe water for different purposes, and uh, less contaminated with respect to that of the surface water. Bacteriological quality of water from well maintain well, as we can say, as we can by taking the proper care, we can maintain the quality of water, or we can maintain the water safe for different purposes by taking a proper care. If proper precaution is taken to avoid contamination, the microbial content can be negligible, or we can say we can avoid the microbial contamination. So these are nothing but the different types of water. In this diagram, we can see by taking a proper care, we can maintain our water reservoir free from different contaminations, which can be helpful to maintain the quality of water. So this is all about nothing but the types of water. In next lecture, we'll discuss different sources of contamination of microbes, or the entry of different microorganisms, how it is taken, and different water reservoir, the quality of reservoir is affected. We'll discuss in next lecture. Thank you.